Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be all about Patrick Ta brows. You guys know I am a huge fan of the brow shaping wax. And so when I saw that he was coming out with a lamination gel, I was like, done, say no more. Day one, I will be picking that up. So we've got some things to talk about today, plenty of things actually. We're gonna compare the two, just gonna kind of talk it through. That way, if you are a fan of this one, you'll know if this one is right for you. And if you have neither, maybe one of them piques your interest, I'm not sure. But if you're interested in seeing how this product worked for me, then just keep on watching. So for reference, this is called the Major Brow Lamination Gel. I want to read you the description on the box right quick. And it says, mimic the look of laminated brows with this clear gel with unstoppable all-day hold. Wear alone or pair with Major Brow Shaping Wax for the fullest, most major brows. Can also be used either before or after your favorite brow pencil or pen for added fullness. So we're gonna talk about that. All right, so it comes in his typical packaging. So pretty. I love the aesthetic of all of his packaging. The lineup is just so nice, and he didn't disappoint on this either. So let's talk about this product right here. You do get, let's see, 0.17 fluid ounces, or 0.5 milliliters. Let me see where it's made for you, if I can even find it. I am having, okay, made in USA. I was like, I don't think I'm finding it. So it does come, here's the thing. I don't have a brow gel right now in my collection, or I would have pulled it out and been like, you know what? It compares based on volume. I don't know. But this is what the wand looks like. It's very long, and then it has it's like rubbery, and it's got the little spikes, it looks like a brush, and then it's flat on this side. It's got like a clear gel smell. It reminds me of when I used to wear clear mascara back in the day, only it's slightly stronger. I don't think it's anything overpowering, but just be forewarned. So that's what that bad boy looks like. Now, I am wearing it on both my brows today. The demo you're gonna see is going to show me using the brow wax on one and then the lamination gel on the other. But for reference, I am wearing one brow having used my brow pencil before applying the gel, and one brow having used my pencil after the gel. So definitely a difference there, and I am pretty sure you're going to be able to tell. You're probably wondering, like, why does one look a little fuller than the other? Let's go ahead and go into, just going to really just take you through how this has worked for me, how it hasn't worked for me, and whether I like it more or less than the brow wax. So this is a very liquidy gel. When you open it up, it does have kind of like a goopy, let me see if I can do that closer so that you can see, I hope. See how it's kind of goopy like that? Now, I had the expectation that as soon as I put it on, it was going to like just plaster my brows to my face, and that wasn't the case. It takes a couple of applications, but I find that to be consistent with the brow gel. When I first go in, it's like my brows are still a little bit limp. And once I just kind of let it set for just a minute or so and go in with another layer or another round, that's when they really just set up so nicely. And I'm finding the same thing with this. Now, there are a couple of things. Don't do what I did. Don't do your foundation first and then do this, because it is, again, very liquidy. So when you start like pressing up and going on to your actual forehead, it starts pilling your foundation, and then it looks flaky and it looks like your eyebrows have dandruff. So don't do what I did. That's a big no. So in addition to that, what I'm going to tell you about using my brow pencil before and after is that, yes, when you use your brow pencil before, it does give you a much fuller look to your brow. However, it also smears the brow pencil. So you're having to do cleanup up here, because if you're anything like me, I like to press it upward to where my to where my brows are like sticking up a little bit. And so in doing that, it does leave like the brow pencil all up on here. So at that point, you got to take a Q-tip, you got to clean it up, all of that. Thankfully, that was on a bare face, had not yet done foundation. So yeah, you're going to have to clean it up, but obviously it gives you a fuller look. If you're willing to put in the work, then yes, you will get that fuller look. I do, for me personally, like the look better of doing my brow pencil after. I also like it's less hassle for cleanup. So there is that. I do like the look. It still gives my brows a very textured look, which I like. So not as full, but also not as much work. Now, what I really have to tell you about this product, which is going to be, I think, the biggest part. So it's one thing, but two parts to it. One is that it does leave your brows a little crunchy. So the brow wax does not do that. This one does. It leaves them very stiff and quite frankly, crunchy. It's like I put hairspray on my eyebrows. So there is that. But I will also tell you that on the flip side of that, the hold to this bad boy is all day long. Like those brows ain't coming down for anything. I wore this like all day at work, and I left work and the brow gel side had kind of come down a little bit, which doesn't typically do though. But the brow wax, sorry. And then the brow lamination gel side was like it was locked and loaded onto my face, which in turn also you can kind of feel it on your face, but I feel like that's the case with the brow wax as well. So for me, that wasn't any kind of, oh, this one does more than this one, or this one feels more a certain way than this one. No. So that being said, this will end up crunchy or hard all day long, but this is how it's going to stay all day long. So if you don't really care about how your brow feels, I mean, come on, who's going to be like rubbing their brow or feeling their brow all day long? So honestly, to me, it's like, what does it matter what it feels like as long as it washes off at the end of the day? So that is the 411 on this lamination gel. Yes, it does what it's supposed to do. It takes a couple of tries. It leaves your brows a little stiff. If you use it when you've already done foundation, it will pill your foundation. If you use it on top of your brow pencil, it's going to, it's going to be a little messy. You gotta do some work. So that being said, let's talk about the brow wax. So this particular product, as you know, you wet it and then you go in with a spoolie and then you apply it. So I have gotten to where I use my Brow Freeze by Anastasia a little more frequently these days, because when I'm in a hurry, I don't want to take the time to spray it down and do all of that stuff. So with that one, I literally just grab and go. But that one doesn't have as much hold as this one does. So this particular product, as opposed to this one's going to leave your brows a little bit softer. It does leave them with that waxy feel. It's a wax. What can you do? But just like this product, it does take a couple of times of application for me to reach the desired look, for my brows to look feathered up. And for the most part, this one does have a pretty good hold for me. It's not like, I don't think it's as extreme as this one, but it does have a very good hold to it, to where pretty much all or most of the day, I'm happy with the way my brows look. So I also think that the tinted one has a little bit more hold. I don't know, that may all be in my head, but I have gone through a full tinted one and now I'm using the clear. So there is that. So ultimately, long story short, rambling on and on, what I can tell you is I think it's going to come down to preference. I think it's going to come down to whether you're wanting to go this route of spraying the product, all of that. I mean, there is that extra step. Or if you want to go this route, which, yes, it's a little bit easier, but it does still take a couple of applications. You kind of got to let it set and then go in with another. And then it's really all up to you on how you like your brows to look in regards to how you're going to use this, whether it be brow pencil before or after, foundation before or after, all of that stuff. So definitely a few differences here, and it really just depends on the person. I quite frankly feel that they both give you the same result. One is just maybe more of a quicker, place and go because of the wand. You don't have to also use a spoolie and spray and all of that. It really just depends on you. But for the most part, I was hoping that this was actually going to be a step up from this. And I find them to be kind of equal in different ways. Like for different, they're equal, but they have different characteristics that make them good, but also can turn people off, for different reasons as well. So that's my take on that. I hope you guys found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. It's almost very hard to review a product like this because there's not much to show. It literally is talking about the product. So I do hope you found it helpful if you were interested in it. And before I let you go, I am going to place a quick verse of the day down here because I am getting ready to head out the door. But I just love each and every one of you, and I just want to remind you that Jesus loves you so much more. I hope you have a wonderful day, my friends, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.